Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, LFC fans, wherever you are around the world. As we've just finished the international break before the Chelsea game, it's an opportunity just to chop a little bit in regards to current news around LFC, current news around England, new manager, and just, a little tantalising hints and stuff before we get to the game against Chelsea on Sunday. So, great news, international break. Looks like we have got players that were playing back fit and should not be injured. So Trent, I thought, played pretty well for England. Disappointing comments by Keane, but not surprising. He tends to pick on certain players, and it seems like he's got Trent in his crosshairs. I don't think how you can get 3 man of the match performance out of the last 4 England games, and yet you're really focused on his defending. And I've been one that's been very critical of him as a defender, and so other people have as well. However, I don't quite see where it was relevant where you look at his performances for England, and I don't think he was one of the worst players against Greece. It looked like formations were just totally out of kilter, and decisions that are made in terms of style of play, formations, etc., was wrong. I don't see where Trent's to blame. Although, I was raising an eyebrow about him playing on the left side, as he did in the win. However, the win was delivered, and he played really well, and he scored a cracking goal. And I think that should have been a focus, really. I think anything else is a bit of, I don't know, antagonising, bullying. I don't know what it is, but I think he needs to do better. Keno, do better, son. Don't forget you walked out on Ireland during the World Cup, I think I remember rightly, having an argument with the manager and having a hissy fit about, I don't know, the pitches and training pitches and stuff like that, prima donna, but not my place, eh? However, Virgil, strategically, no, let me not say that. It may not be the case, but Virgil was sent off. And that meant he didn't have to play in a game against Germany, which was good. That means our Aura Capitano got a chance to rest stop and be ready for the crucial game against Chelsea on Sunday. And Salah as well. So Salah, manager, seems to support the fact that he didn't want his player playing against a bunch of bruisers. And he gave him off. So Salah again should hopefully be rested. I was a bit concerned when I heard Salah's coming back, but when I looked a bit more into it, so he should be fine. Curtis Jones had a baby girl, I believe, and so he missed out on England. Which, okay, well done, congratulations, and hopefully he'll be fit and ready to continue and have a spring in his step. Now he's a father. And we obviously got Harvey Elliott as well, posting some thing on the Liverpool page to show that he is on his way back to recovery. It may be a little bit too soon at the moment, but hopefully we will see Harvey Elliott putting on the Liverpool kit and bursting through as a number 10 or whatever creative midfielder for us very, very soon, especially with a lot of games to come and a chance to rest Szoboszlai and McAllister at some point. So, we have got to talk about England briefly, surprisingly. New manager. What's going on there? Terrible Tommy Tuchel. Ooh. If I talk about someone that's put the cats amongst pigeons, maybe that's what England need. Maybe they need someone to put a little rock, a little rocket up people, because he's certainly one that's going to do it. I think the last 2-3 gigs he's had, it's always broke down in some sort of anarchy. Remember his argument with Conte? I think there was issues with him at Bayern Munich, with some of the experienced players. He finds trouble. Maybe England need that. Maybe that's what they need. Because at times when I was watching England in this second round of games, I kind of felt at times they were just one pace, just lethargic on the ball. Sometimes a bit too can I use the word cocky? You know, and when you use the ball effectively. I found at times England were not doing that. They were not doing that, and they deserve to get spanked, which was what happened. And maybe someone like Tommy would not have no heres and graces and not have no favourites. So I feel sometimes England seems to be a team full of favourites for managers and not actually really competitive with having the right form players in at the right times. Listen, England not probably going to get as much talented players as they've got right now. So fair enough. He is, I think people view him as a world-class manager maybe. One of the ones out there. There'll be other options that people wanted. They may have wanted an actually English coach. That's not happened. People wanted Guardiola. I think that was a pipe dream. I didn't really think that was going to happen. And his comments to, I think, Italian media kind of showed that that probably wouldn't have been the case. So Tommy Tuchel may be the best of that bunch at the moment. And let's see if terrible Tommy Tuchel will do a job. Back to Liverpool. So we have got a new, I think it's coach in terms of, or someone in that slot and nose who does a lot of the sort of reviewing of games and stuff, I think it is. Please, I'm wrong. Comment in here, please. Like, subscribe and comment. But it's another one of Slot's guys in. Not a problem. I think you'd expect a coach to get his people around him long term. Any manager would want to do that. Any manager want to get people who trust around him. I don't think it's kind of role. It's kind of auxiliary role, i.e. like even the set piece coach role is kind of auxiliary, I find. So there's not a big deal if like the coach leaves and then that person ends up moving or whatever. So. But he's got someone in there that he trusts that looks at sort of games and stuff and all that kind of stuff, I believe. So, you know, I could be wrong, exactly. Mamashvili. So Mamashvili, some comments regarding when he comes next season, he is gunning for Alisson's place. And you know what? I have absolutely no problem with that. That is what I want to see. I want to see my keeper coming in showing he wants to be number one. What we don't need is people settling to be number two. We need him to be pushing Alisson for his starting position. And if he takes Alisson off that throne, we're all better for it. Competition is good. It's the spice of life. Kelleher has been great, but I think he probably needed to be a bit more boisterous as well and demanding to be number one. You know, even if he probably couldn't get there, what we want to see is the mental aspect that you believe you'll be the best and you train appropriately. Hopefully Mamashvili is working on his ball control, his distribution. So I think that's one area he needs to work on. But at 6'6", he is a giant. And he's a giant that can do bits for Liverpool next season. And with Alisson missing, I think my other post I put about the amount of games he's missed, which is quite a bit. I think it's averaging about 7 games a season, I think it is, averages wise. And he's been getting hamstring injuries from the age of 29 now. It's not going to get much better. And so we have to think about a long-term plan for that. And so Mamashvili is going to be chomping at a bit to be number one. Let him have it and let the battle begin. Our trio. Potentially good news is coming in regards to Virgil and the likelihood of a contract, but nothing there yet. And Trent as well. Rumours out there about 350,000 agreement, amount of years, etc., etc. Again, nothing is there yet, but it sounds positive. Salah, I suppose, is a growing concern. One, in terms of what we're willing to pay him, how long a contract we may give him, and also if Saudi are looking at Salah. Ideally, we don't want to lose Salah, but it may get to the stage where the offer is going to be too good and we're not willing to go higher in terms of what we're going to pay a player who is reaching that age where it could be downhill, even though he looks after himself. Same way as Virgil looks after himself, you can never quite tell. And I think as a striker, it's more likelihood to be downward quicker than a defender. Because a defender, you don't always have to have your pace, but your intelligence does a lot. The striker, especially Salah, pace is a lot. And we're not seeing him get past his markers as well as he used to do. But hopefully, it'll be great if we get the free through the door. There is rumours of Rodrigo being looked at. That'd be interesting. Obviously, he's not fully happy at Madrid. He's not, I think, not loved enough over there. I think he goes underrated in terms of what he delivers for Madrid. But there is rumours that Rodrigo could be potential. And there is rumours that Tyler Morton will be going out maybe on loan in January. And he probably needs that. He's been playing for England on the 21s and been playing pretty well. And he's been doing a job for our youth. But he's a player that needs first team football, whether it's the first division, the next league down. He needs playing time to grow, be stronger and be ready. And we need to utilise that for him because at the end of the day, he's not been really starting for us. And, if the rumours is that potentially we could go into Zubimendi again, that'd be interesting. Or Gomez. Gomez been doing really well for England. And although I know he's Man United, it's a player that, I think is technically very good. I think he'll lack the strength we need. And so that's, I suppose, my concern there. So I don't think that's going to be a goer. But we could be back for Zubimendi. That would be very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I think obviously weakness areas is Robbo's left-hand side at the moment. I am very concerned. I feel that Robbo is currently showing a decline. Even though his mind doesn't want to be there, I think the body doesn't always respond when you get to a certain age. So it's something that we need to watch out. And Tsimikas is steady Eddie, but he's never really pushing Robbo for that starting berth, and he should be doing that. That is the time. So we need to look at that. Al-Nouri is a player we're looking at. Robinson's a player we're looking at. I think there's a player now from Benfica we're now looking at. So we'll see. We will see. But, that's about it for Roundup. Please like, subscribe. Give me your comments if you have them. Oh, what to forget? Sir Alex Ferguson's been sacked. About time too. Joke. Well, yeah, obviously the role he's doing, I think it's about 2.1 million role. They are cost-cutting at pace, are United. And I heard the rumours that he's been asked not to go down to the changing rooms. Looks to me that Ten Hag is very mentally vulnerable at the moment. But anyway, that's how you treat someone who is epiphany. Okay, do the right spelling. Someone who has been a real huge figure in the club, I think needs to be treated a little bit better than that, to be honest with you. We don't treat Kenny Dalglish like that, and hell, we will not. However, go have it, Man United. You're only crumbling. I can't see you surviving very much well with what you got at the moment, and this manager is still there. Surprisingly, we love it. Ten Hag on a wheel is superb. But please like, subscribe, click on notifications. It's a growing channel. I'm really looking forward to more content and starting to do some debate soon. So I think it's on the road to 50. Let's say on the road to 50 subscribers, and we want to grow it. And I'm looking forward to having more conversation with you about football. And in the next, probably tomorrow, we'll have another post out regarding our game. In fact, Friday, let's correct that, our game against Chelsea. So I look forward to talking to you about potential lineups, etc., as we get into the peak part of our season where we have got some huge games coming up. So look forward to it. Please enjoy, like and subscribe, and take care.